Hi, I'm Gemdust, and welcome to the second episode of a series of devlogs I'm doing on my indie game. In this episode, I'll be implementing a rudimentary combat system. Before we begin, if you want to see the entire development or do a deeper dive into the underlying systems, I stream the development on Twitch, and you can watch past streams on my VODs channel. And I also have a Discord server you can join if you want to interact with me or the community that's forming there. So to begin, I decided to start by implementing a simple hotbar so we can swap between different items. To do this, I simply made the hotbar slot to their corresponding inventory slots and have their displayed item update alongside their inventory counterparts, alongside modifying the sprite of your health item whenever you change your health slot. After that, I made a health manager component, which simply manages health as the name would imply, sending a signal when the health value changes or reaches zero. And with that implemented, I added a simple health bar, which can take in a health manager to change its displayed health accordingly through the health manager's health changed signal. I could then get to implementing a simple enemy. It's just a red placeholder texture that slowly moves into the target's direction, which in this case is the player. I'll implement more interesting enemies in a later episode. And with all those intermediary steps out of the way, we can get into the bulk of this video, the actual attacks. I spent over a week considering how to best implement them, but I eventually settled on an implementation I feel is quite workable. So, to begin, there are four main steps to the attacks we'll be taking, those being the base attack scene, attack modifier components, the enemy attack, and the player attack. The base attack scene is a scene that all attacks will inherit. Now I know inheritance is generally suggested against in favor of composition, but I think it works well in this case since every attack will need to have a sprite, a hitbox, and inherit the attack script so we can differentiate it from other hitboxes easily since I use a generic hurtbox component for all entities, players, enemies, and attacks alike. I know I could probably use collision layers and masks, but this is what I settled on. This base attack script also handles things such as what entities the attack should hit, spawning attacks, and how to spawn these attacks. And if we need any special behavior for more intricate attacks, we can simply make a script that extends this base attack script's behavior. And with that made, we can cross one item off of our list. From this base attack scene, we can instantiate a basic slash attack scene, provided with a sprite, graphic design is my passion, and a timer to act as an expiration timer, which crosses off our modifier components requirement, since we can make components as needed like this. And we can have the enemy spawn this attack whenever it's close to the player. So we've completed both modifier components and the enemy's attack. And whilst this is only one attack, it should be extensible to allow for basically any attack, which again I'll implement in a later episode. And finally, we can do the same for the player, spawning the same attack every time we press left click, allowing for truly exhilarating new gen combat. That will be all for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, consider liking and subscribing, it helps a lot, and I hope to see you again in the next video, where I'll probably be implementing foraging and mining systems.